On today's episode of Go Southern Alberta, we are talking fast cars and loud engines. We are up at the Medicine Hat Speedway, and I'm going to be joined by Rick, who is the president, to talk all about this sport, what's going on up here at the track this summer, and how you could get involved. Let's see what else is coming up on the show today.
The songs overall, we kind of just finally fell into a sound, and we kind of wanted to tie that all together, and it's kind of like a hard rock with like a little bit of Western and outlaw sound.
Well, welcome back to the show again. We are up at the Medicine Hat Speedway today, and I'm joined by Rick Jondro, who is the president. Rick, exciting times happening up here at the track. What are some of the big things you have coming up this season?
Yeah, it is. It's a great year for us. It's 31 years celebrating as a nonprofit volunteer-run organization. We've got a lot of features this year. Probably the one that we're trying to, we've got modifieds coming on June 20th, but our big show this year is July 4th and 5th as a fan appreciation. We're trying to do a two-day show, so we'll be racing Saturday nights, usual time, green flag at 6:30, gates open at 5. But we're also coming back Sunday, and we'll go green flag racing at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and we'll race that day. We've got a little higher payout, so we're drawing cars in from down in the States and kind of all over the place.
You were telling me off camera earlier that it's been a long time since you've done a two-day event, so it's kind of a big deal to be able to bring that back.
Yeah, it's challenging. A good friend of mine said if you want to run two-day shows, you have to plan for them a year in advance. We've had the odd one where we get a rain out. We're real lucky in the Hat for that not biting us too much during the years. But we've tried a couple two-day shows, adding them during the year. Crowds aren't great on the Sundays, but we feel very confident. City of Medicine Hat fans are crazy loyal. We probably have the best fan base of any of the tracks from Grand Prairie out into Saskatoon and down into the Lethbridge area, which is now shut down. But so we're really hoping we get a good fan base for that Sunday.
I understand that this is really great for the whole family. You do a lot to kind of draw the kids in, especially for that two-day event. You have a lot of giveaways for the kids, but they actually also get down to meet the drivers and get on the track, which is pretty cool.
Absolutely. We start our night with an autograph session at 5:45, ends up going till about 6:15, and all the fans and the kids come down, and the drivers have got signature cards and freezies and popsicles and all kinds of stuff for the kids. So we do have a lot of things for them, and they get to meet the drivers, touch the cars. You know, you're putting kids in and out of the cars and taking pictures. I think the biggest comment we get from people who are new to oval track racing is they just can't believe how big of a family event it is. Seeing the little kids who just, I mean, they're looking at drivers who we just think we're out here doing this for fun and trying to put on a show, and the kids are looking at you like you're like a NASCAR driver, and it's really rewarding to watch the families for sure. And
enjoy that Medicine Hat sunshine.
Yeah, again, we're very lucky in the Hat. Weather is usually great, a little windy sometimes. And like I say, on the fan appreciation, we get drivers to donate gifts. A lot of the local businesses will donate, like I say, BMX bikes and hats and coats and yearly memberships and all kinds of things, blankets and pillows and you name it. So any of the local businesses, if you see us coming around, that's what we're doing is raising donations, and we give it away to the fans over 2 days.
Fantastic. Rick, I want to keep you around because later on in the show, you and I are going to hit the track, but I also want to hear more about the association and how people might be able to get involved. That okay?
Absolutely.
Well, you can hear a rumble in the background. Rick is just getting us ready to head out on the track at the Medicine Hat Speedway. Let's see what else he has to say about the membership as well as other events coming up this season.
As far as getting involved, basically come to a meeting first Wednesday of every month. We meet at 7 o'clock, Briar Park Diner Cafe, except for May through September, which we do here at the Speedway. If you know anybody who has a stock car, a hobby stock, a renegade truck, any of those classes, you're more than welcome to come on out. You can, we get a lot of people who start pitting for cars, get involved, get a membership, you can volunteer. I always tell people I was on the fire department in Brooks for a number of years, and some friends of mine had a car, and I used to own a small business, and I sponsored the car, and they bugged me to come out to a race. I come out to a race and I watched it and got really enthused, and then they said, well, you could come test drive a car. And I think that was in the early 90s. I test drove the car, and I'm going around and I see people waving, so I come in, I go, what? And they say, you got to come off the track now. And I've been racing ever since. I love the sport. It's a family sport.
Do you find that there's ever opportunities to kind of mentor young people through this, teaching them how to fix cars, how to race, getting involved in that sort of thing?
Absolutely. And our Evolution Cup racing is 8 to 14-year-olds. So we've got some locals here that race, get involved right from the age of 7 to 8 years old. At 8 years old, they're driving the cars. So we get them involved that way. There are kids that come out, and again, it's what we like about it is you're in a controlled atmosphere. We say racing belongs on the track, not on the street. So we really try to push that and keep our roads a little safer, especially with everything goes on nowadays with distracted driving and stuff like that. So yeah, we do get involved with the kids. And just one other thing, when you say a memory, Kimberly Qualley is one of the little girls who races out here. She just turned 8, and she's our junior crew chief, and she was a fan of my car, and one night we ended up winning the main event. We won the track championship, and she come in the pits after the race, and she's all happy and give me a big hug, and so I give her my main event trophy, and it just the look on her face, it was just something that it's kind of a special moment that I really think we're full of moments like that out here.
Absolutely, building memories. How can people get some more information about what happens up here at the Medicine Hat Speedway?
You can go to our website, www.medicinehatspeedway.net, and we've got our Facebook with the Medicine Hat Speedway. You can give us a call, 527-2427. I leave my cell phone on there. You can give me a shout anytime, ask questions, come on out to a race also, get involved. From the fan perspective, we're running around trying to run the event. Flag me down, ask me questions, we'll get you involved. Another cool thing we do too is we do a ride-along at intermission, and you can call into 102 CJCY and 8 o'clock on Thursday mornings prior to every race, and we give away a family pass, and you can win a ride. And at intermission, I come out in my stock car, we strap you in, take you for a ride, do the interview. It's pretty cool to look at there, especially with a crowd in the stands. It just gives you that little more pop, eh?
Absolutely, makes you feel like you're a Formula One driver or something.
Absolutely, yeah, you betcha.
All right, Rick, I really appreciate you having us out here today and taking me for a ride along. No crowd, but I think I'm going to feel like a Formula One racer today.
You'll hear them cheering when you're going around.
Absolutely. I appreciate your time today.
Thank you very much.
All right, stay tuned for a little more here on Go Southern Alberta. Well, Rick, thank you so much for taking me around the track. That was a little intense, I would have to say. When we're going around the track, you were saying that we're going like 80 clicks?
Yeah, we get going down the straightaway probably in that 70, 80 kilometer an hour range, and so we're around about 6,400 RPM on the tack, and then we only slow down to about 55, 100 RPM on the tack. So it's the corner speed that gives you that wow, and the acceleration off the corner going down the straightaway. It probably seems a lot faster than that.
It definitely does. There are a few times that I thought we're going to hit the grass and spin out, but when you're going through that race and you do have that pack of cars, I imagine quite the adrenaline rush.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I would think it'd be like skydiving or something like that. It's a crazy adrenaline, and the cars are door to door. You're rubbing doors sometimes and banging tires, and like we were talking about, you'll bounce off the wall, and we can't always joke and say at no point in time do you ever lift off the floor. You just point the car and keep the hammer down, eh?
Absolutely. Well, like Rick said, definitely racing on the track, not on the road. Thank you again so much for having us out here today. This was great.
Very welcome. Thanks for coming out, and hopefully we'll see you at the track.
You bet. MedicineHatSpeedway.net is their website. Hey, if you want any information about anything we are covering, we're on Facebook, Shaw TV Medicine Hat. We're also on Twitter at Shaw TV The Hat. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time right here on Go.